Number 0, Anthony Black. The other guard, standing 6'5", number 4, Jalen Sykes. Starting at small forward, at 6'6", number 3, Desmond Bain. The other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 5, your head coach is Jamal Mosley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Orlando Spurs.
Now, we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Big man number 4 for Washington and Gafford. Flag is out there with Max Christie. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. And for Orlando, down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Anthony Black is out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Bain in at the 3. So, Clark, for those teams getting ready for the playoffs themselves, is it time to hit the gas or punch cruise control? You know, take off a little bit right now.
Well, I think it depends on the situation of the team, Kevin. Complacency is what you want to avoid, and knowing your team and its makeup and where you are positionally in the standings and health-wise, I think impacts how you approach this last stretch.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in. Christie kicks to Marshall. Christie with the screen for Flag. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Flag. And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for Orlando. It's a 3-point game. Carter sets the pick for Bain. Inside. And then Carter with the jam.
Just a real solid understanding of how to exploit the defense. Carter Jr. impressive at positioning himself in these situations.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Gafford. Oh, and the jam by Gafford.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's Suggs. Now Bain. Outside, Suggs. Three-pointer. Rebound by Marshall. To the paint. Here's Flag. Comes up empty down low.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Right side, Suggs. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Black with it. He's covered by Washington. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How about Anthony Black showing you that he has the size and strength to play through contact?
And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
And Black, no good on that one.
Are we calling Anthony Black a guard or point forward? At 6'7", he's got so much size, but I would tend to lean towards him being just a big guard.
Flag with it. He's covered by Suggs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Washington. On the wing, Christie. Bain with the steal. Last break. Here come the Magic. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I love how assertive Bain is in transition. Outstanding at running to the right spot in those situations.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Flag. He's covered by Suggs. Gafford kicks to Marshall. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Flag. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
And then Carter with the jam.
Once it's up in the air, they trust Carter will come down with it. Did he ever? Boy.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And here is Gafford. Washington with the screen on Suggs. Here's Flag. And again, Dallas turns it over. Got a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Mavericks. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens. The Magic with the lead. Takes it from 10. No good on that one. Pass to Gafford. Here's Marshall. Washington with the screen on Bain. It's deflected. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Paolo Banchero.
Savvy play that time on the part of Washington. Got his man in an awkward position and then drew the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
A dependable stretch for Washington is also somebody who continues to look to improve every year in the league.
Washington hits them both. The Magic have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Bain looking around. No good from outside. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Christie the pass to Washington. Here's Flag. And the layup's good off the glass. Flag's got 6 points.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
So it's Orlando now, trailing by 2. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And, you know, when you only see a team twice a year, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are, a good feel for them. Oftentimes, that can lead to a series split.
And here are the Mavericks now, after the three-pointer from Wendell Carter. Pass to Washington, right wing. Washington with the screen on Suggs. And it's Flag missing.
The defense may have given him that one. Based on the result, you see why.
Carter, the pass to Bain. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Marshall with it. Banchero's there. Pass to Christie. Now here's Gafford. Flag with it. 6 points for him. They get the rebound. And Gafford throws it down.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
And a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Here's Bain. The Mavericks making the shot. 20 feet out. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 7 rebounds in the game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
On defense, the Magic. They trail by 1. And it's Anthony Black with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Flag. He's covered by Suggs. Clock at 4. Here's Flag.
Really good contest from Suggs right there. Nice job distracting the shooter.
And Carroll outside. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Flag. Back to Christie. To the middle. Trying to find Washington. Gets it to him.
Boy, nice job that time by P.J. Washington to knock down the shot after setting the screen.
The Magic trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Banchero inside. Washington's on him. Banchero, that's good.
Strong defense against Banchero inside, but they can't break his focus, and he still manages to knock it down.
Now, here's Marshall. Hasn't made one yet. Banchero against Washington. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. 5th on the list, the Magic.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And And the first one at the line is good. Mavericks making a switch here. Nemhard's checked in. That one misses. Orlando trailing here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, thanks a lot, guys. The Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Back to you guys."
They've got their fans fired up. Okay, thank you, Allie. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dallas. And that one misses.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And they need every point they can muster right now. They've got to cash in here.
Orlando grabs the miss. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Now, here's Richardson. To the inside. Here's Bitadze, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Daniel Gafford.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Carter, he's checked in for Anthony Black. Bitadze hits them both. And the Mavericks with possession here. Middleton the pass to Nemhard. Here's Flag. He has 6. They get it back. Shots good by Gafford. Gafford's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here is Carter. He had 10 points in the win against Washington. And he drives in. They double him with Flag. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And while not a team that likes to get out and run, they are in the top 20 in fast break points. They do leave some easy chances, I think, on the table.
And their turnover ranking stands out to me. It's been a strength for them this entire season. Their ability to take care of the basketball and not beat themselves. Howard's checked in for Javon Carter. Now, Nemhard, still yet to score. Pass to Gafford. Middleton on the wing. 5 on the clock. The fader. That shot off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
They set the pick. Richardson gets a wide open look. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Magic lead by 2.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Now here's Middleton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Back to Gafford. 6 on the shot clock. And Middleton now atop the key. They shoot again, and it's Gafford laying it in. Gafford's got 8 points.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Magic have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. They set the pick. Richardson against Nemhard. From outside the arc, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Middleton outside. Richardson against Nimhart. Back to Middleton. And, yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Richardson. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Looking to get it going. Again, the Mavericks score. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's the 3. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's Cooper Flagg making things happen for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to Noche Latino. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
They got Goga Batase, Desmond Bain out there with Richardson. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. This is out there for Orlando. Now, here's Richardson. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Bain with it. Williams picks him up. That one good for 2. Bain's got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Now, here's Bain. Bagley with the rebound.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
Williams finds Nemhard. Out to Thompson. Fires it up. Kept alive. Middleton outside. Bagley sets a screen for Middleton. Sinks that one from the post.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic and when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision-making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
And here is Bain. He had 25 points last game. Richardson up top. The Mavericks pull it in.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Middleton. 9 points last game out. They now take the lead. Middleton's got 6.
I like the fact that Middleton can get the shot he wants because of his ball handling ability.
It's stolen by Bagley. On the wing, Williams. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game. And a brief check of the stats for Williams. He's been in good form here the last few weeks, averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Making a switch here. Banchero's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Bagley. Najee Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. And Flagg subbed in for Williams.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Banchero, right side. For 3, Richardson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Banchero. Banchero's got 3 assists tonight. Pass to Flagg. Emhart is screen on Bain. And it's Flagg missing.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
And here's Richardson. Banchero, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nemhard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Marshall. Got a piece of it. Bain with the steal. Pass to Richardson. To Bain. Marshall with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Marshall. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 1. Now Richardson. They double him with Middleton. Back to Richardson. From the arc. Up again. The rebound by Middleton. Dallas has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. At the top of the key, Nemhart. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Chris Middleton. He hits both from the stripe. The Magic trail by 3. Outside, Bain. Pass to Banchero. Suggs kicks to Wagner. And the rejection by Gafford. Washington with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte. Gafford sets the pick for Washington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, it's a nice sight to see Washington attacking inside, just making the defense foul.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. And he's good on the second. The Magic trail by 4. And Caro outside. Carter with a screen on Washington. There's the lob to Carter. Marshall with the steal. Here's Flag. Black defending, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Pass to Nembhard. Offered a screen on Suggs. Clock at 6. Nembhard, the pass to Gafford. Chalk up 2 there. Gafford's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Black. And Caro outside. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Paolo Banchero. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned. One of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Dallas making a switch here. Christie's checked in. Washington inside. He's covered by Banchero.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little main streak in him, too, which I like.
The Magic trail by 8. Here's Suggs. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Tipped away. Stolen by Washington. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Mavericks.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
The Magic making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Free throw good. Flag. Here's Suggs. Nothing on the board. Inside the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Back to you, Kevin.
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report. moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Chris Middleton.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation, and he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
Now here is Carter. 7 points in the game. Pass to Black. Orlando moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Washington. Here's Flag. And Flag throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Now, here's Suggs. Scoreless thus far.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Flag with it. He's covered by Suggs. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. And it's Flag missing. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Orlando. It's a 13-point game. Out to the wing. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Back to Carter. They double him with Flag. Stolen by Washington. Pass to Christie. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. 5th on the list, Cooper Flag.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
And it's hard to score in this league as a rookie. The charity stripe is one place where you can get some easy points, where nobody's on you. And he's learned to take full advantage of that.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
You must let your dancing shoes at home. Bring those moves.
Check out the numbers for Carter. He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
The Magic trail by 13. Pass to Black. Back to Suggs. Banchero outside. Outside, Suggs. Clock at 6. And again, unable to change momentum here.
They have been board dominant in this game. It's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding. You've certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now, here's Washington. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Flag. Dallas again missing.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Down low. Gafford with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Pass the flag. And here is Marshall.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Washington with the screen on Wagner. Washington, that's good. Washington's got 5 points in the quarter.
Looking more confident offensively. I think he's starting to find a groove.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Get a break in the action. Now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Orlando. They're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings.
And when I look at Orlando, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in. Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Washington passes to Gafford. Here's Flag. He's covered by Suggs. And that one's good. Flag.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for Orlando. They trail by 14. Carter kicks to Banchero. Suggs up top. He has yet to score. Black, no good.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside. That's how you create high percentage offense.
Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
34 seconds left to play here in the half. Carter with a screen on Christie. Here's Black. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Black's got 9.
Really nice pass by Anthony Black. He typically makes the right decision when he has the ball.
Here's Flag. Now the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Suggs looking around. Banchero outside. From deep three-point land, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding. Not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Well, look here now, the Mavericks. They've wanted this to be a turnaround season. They have a few building blocks, but the roster construction is not complete. This front office has some tough decisions to make.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Dallas Mavericks.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to rule them out, yeah, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so it's Dallas with getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Big man on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Flag is out there with Christie. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. The Magic trail by 14. There's the lob to Carter. An emphatic LU jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's Flag after the made shot from Wendell Carter. And Marshall kicks to Washington. Gafford sets the pick for Washington. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Washington's got 12. Well, Orlando shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Pass to Banchero. Now, here's Bain. Back to Banchero. Shoots over Washington. That's good from Banchero on the assist by Bain.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Now, Christie. Still without a basket. Here's Washington. Orlando grabs the miss. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And stolen by Flag. On the wing, Christie. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And that one's good. Flag. And that's 19 points for Cooper Flag.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Unfortunate injury aside, Jalen Suggs-Clark has really come into his own now.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, hitting his stride in a major way. I mean, he seems to have really figured the game out, how to utilize his gifts and tools. He was always a great defender. Offensively, I think, is where his game has taken the biggest jump.
He misses the free throw.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising, an effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, one thing about Jalen Suggs, he takes a ton of pride in his defense. I mean, he's shut down some really good scorers in this league.
Christie with it. Black defending. Washington with the screen on Suggs. To the inside. And then Washington with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk. than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Banchero passes to Black. Payne for three. Drills it from outside. Payne's got 7.
I really like the start here. Great aggressiveness, red hot to start this half.
Pass to Christie. To the middle. Trying to find Washington. Gets it to him.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's a 14-point game. Payne for 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. The Magic trail by 15. Outside, Payne. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Striking fast inside. Bain isn't going to miss a chance at a look like that.
For Dallas, they've gone 4-6 in the field since the start of the third. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with them.
All right, this is the court. Come on, get down for your breakers next.
See the numbers for Jalen Suggs. He's been more than solid over the last month. And such a great distributor and decision maker among the top 10 in assists per game.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from him. Here's Flag, who's got 19. Pass to Marshall. Now Washington. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Washington with the screen on Suggs. Here's Flag. Dallas no good that time either. Carter with it. Defended by Gafford. Carter kicks to Black. Here's Banchero. Launches a 3, sinks the three-pointer. Banchero's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
And it's flag missing. The Magic trail by 10 to the paint. And there's Banchero on the assist from Suggs. Banchero's got 7 now in this quarter. Here's Christie. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. To the right side. Pass the flag. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Free throw good. Flag. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened. Take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think will go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
And here are the Mavericks now after the three-pointer from Wendell Carter. And that one's good. Flag. Flag's got 25 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here is Carter. He's got 12. Banchero inside. Washington's on him. And it's Banchero missing. Here's Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Banchero. The Mavericks taking the shot. Fires away from outside. And another three for Orlando.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Gafford. 10 points for him. Oh, sent back by Carter.
Oh, Carter Jr. Great time.
Pass to Suggs. Marshall with the steal. Now, Gafford. He's covered by Banchero.
The officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give us any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Mavericks.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
And that one falls for Gafford. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Jalen Suggs. The Mavericks also with a sub. Nemhard's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Magic trail by 11. Bitadze with it, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. The kick out to Bain. Pass to Banchero. Here's Black. It's up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Banchero. Black's got it back down to single digits for Orlando. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Let's see some of the numbers here for Desmond Bain. Here's Nemhard. There's a screen by Washington. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic, trailing here by 8. Now Black. He's got 12. It's stolen by Nemhard. Over to the left wing. And here's Marshall from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Marshall's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Banchero drives the double. Back up top. Nemhard covering. And the turnover again by Orlando.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Black. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
Here's Nemhard. Pass to Washington. Into the lane. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the defense trying to outmaneuver Washington there, and instead Washington drew the foul.
So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
And he knocks down the first one. The Magic making a switch here. Richardson's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Chris Middleton's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Washington hits them both. The Magic trail by 13. Richardson outside. Driving to the basket. Pass to Bitadze. Bitadze, a screen on Christie. 4 on the clock. Richardson finds Bitadze, and the shot goes in.
By going cold in that first half, they made things hard on themselves, but they've been warming up since that time.
Dallas leading by 11. Nemhard with it. Washington passes to Middleton. Back to Washington. Shot clock at 6. Dallas moving it around. Nemhard inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Well, Orlando shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Black. Nemhard covering. Bitadze setting a screen for Richardson. Banchero up top. Marshall defending. Pass to Black. Inside, and he pings it home with one hand.
Kept his head up the whole time right there, and Black able to find his teammates.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Marshall. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. Fifth, the Mavericks.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
On the wing, Christie. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Christie's got 4 points now in the quarter.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Count that one.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
There's 1:54 left in the third. Here's Nemhard. Outside, Bagley. Back to Nemhard. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Middleton. Oh, that's blocked. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Boy, and that'll give them a nice injection. Nothing like a rejection to get a team fired up.
Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Flag is checked in for Dallas. The Magic trail by 10. Here's De Silva. No scoring in this one. There's the screen. Richardson attacking. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. A three-pointer is right on target.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Thompson for 3. A shot, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Wagner on the wing. Pass to De Silva. Richardson left side. Here's De Silva. Off target from three-point range. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Middleton, good. Middleton's got 8.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Nemhard against Richardson. Patazzi, a screen on Nemhard. And so it's Cooper Flag making things happen for Dallas. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Desmond Bain. He's out there with Richardson, and it's Patazzi in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now, here's Richardson. Takes the 3. Richardson missing again.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Bagley against Patazzi. Bagley, no good.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Tries from 10 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Mavericks leading by 9. Now Nemhard. Thompson outside. Bagley sends a screen for Thompson. Trying to find Bagley and gets it to him.
In the pick and roll action, Clay leans on his experience, a sense of when to give it up.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Richardson outside. Pass to Bitadze. Now Bain takes a three. The Magic again can't hit. Nembhard against Richardson. And a wide open look for Flag. And the three off target. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Magic. 11-point game.
He's putting some real power behind his motion. Bain takes it straight to the rim.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. To the paint, it's tipped. This quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Richardson. Here's De Silva. Back to Richardson. 6 to shoot. There's a screen. No good with the triple.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
He's all alone. Here's Bain. Now that's how to finish the break. Go down with force.
And we've seen more of this lately from Bain, continuing to blossom and improve as a scorer.
Mavericks leading by 7. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Thompson from long range. The offensive rebound. Bagley with a screen on Richardson. The shot by Nembhard and nobody around. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And you know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
He managed to knock down 1 triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Mavericks.
Substitution on the court.
Richardson against Nembhard. Pass to Gafford. Lock at 6. Here's Flag. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Banchero drives the double. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford.
That is just careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for Orlando. Anthony Black comes in for Richardson. The Magic trail by 7. Now, here's Bain. Bitadze setting a screen for Bain. Bangs home the trifecta.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Nembhard with it. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Thompson. Guarded by Bain. 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Gafford. Middleton on the wing. They need this one. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Middleton so highly productive and consistent. A steady contributor night in and night out.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Jalen Suggs is checked in for Orlando. He hits the second from the line.
Middleton is most known, quite honestly, for his scoring ability. He's a sniper from outside that you can't afford to lose contact with.
Now, here's Payne. And Carroll outside. Over to the wing. Here's Suggs. No good. That would have tied it.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Christie with it. He's covered by Suggs. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Outside, Bain. Out to the right wing. Van Carroll against Middleton. Van Carroll inside. Great D that time for Middleton. Mavericks leading by 3. Pass the flag. For the screen on Suggs. No good on the 3. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 9-1 run. Wagner passes to Suggs. And Carroll outside. Wagner has screen on Middleton. And Carroll. And the rejection by Gafford. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. The Mavericks also with a sub. Washington's checked in. On the clock. And it's Suggs missing.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Now Black. Pass to Van Carroll. Outside, Suggs. That's good, and it's Van Carroll with the assist. Van Carroll's got 6 assists here tonight. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Christie with it. Black defending. Here's Flag. Back to Christie. To the wing on the left. Dallas moving the ball around. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A three-pointer off the mark. Christie's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Van Carroll drives the double. Outside, Suggs. And the rejection by Gafford. Washington passes to Gafford. And here's Marshall. Pass the flag. Fires for 3. They get it back. Gafford kicks to Washington. Here's Flag. Back to Washington. Now Christie. Marshall passes to Christie. Over in the corner, Washington. Now Christie. Connects from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And so here's Orlando. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Payton for 3. Christie with the rebound.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here is Suggs. Here's Bancaro. Fires the three. It's good.
Here in the second half, he's looked like a totally different player. That's his third triple.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Bancaro. Bain with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Suggs outside. Now Carter. Off the glass.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll going to take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
Flag with it. He's covered by Suggs. Washington with the screen on Suggs. Now Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Flag. And it's blocked.
Good closeout from Suggs right there. How about the young fella impacting the game at the defensive end?
Now Carter. Bain fires. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead right there. Marshall deciding where to go with it. Now flag. Suggs with the steal. To take the lead. Flag with the rebound. Dallas shooting 43% for the game. Now here's Gafford. He's guarded closely. Washington connects on the kick.
Pressure gets to some people, bothers them, but not Washington. Tremendous concentration in that big moment.
Now here's Bain. Yep, that goes down.
And made for the bright lights. Big bucket there from Bain.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. With the step back. Here's Flag. He's covered by Suggs. All sorts of time. Tries to save it. And they recover it.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Now Washington. Shot clock at 5. Cooper Flag. Bancaro vacuums it in. And here's Bancaro. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Here's Carter. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Suggs. The three goes down.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a 5.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Here's Marshall. Here's Washington for 3. Knocks down the 3.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Up top, Bain. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Now, here's Suggs. Big man on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Christie is out there with Flag. And it's Marshall in at the 3. Carter with the screen. It's Suggs with the drive, and that one is good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Christie with it. Black defending. Now Gafford. Here's Flag. 6 to shoot. Now Gafford. Holy cow! What a bailout!
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Bain takes the 3. No good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Flag with it. Washington's outside. And down goes the 3.
Keeping that head on a swivel, eyes alert. Washington doing a nice job finding his man there.
Now Bain. Now Suggs. Ben Carroll fires. Missed on the 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Here's Ben Carroll. Another 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. Now, Washington. Gafford sets the pick for Washington. Keeps it alive. Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Now, here's Washington. To the miss from Desmond Bain. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Flag. He's covered by Suggs. Shot clock at 6. Washington's outside. From outside.
Nice stop that time by Banchero. Excellent anticipation. Was there to contest.
It's tipped. Stolen by Washington. Bain against Christie. Christie with the screen on Suggs. Now Gafford. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
They trail by 9 points. And here is Bain. Suggs outside. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. They can't stop the run with that one. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Now Gafford. Now Flag. Washington with the screen on Suggs. 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. That one is off. And so here's Orlando. 9-point game. Marshall with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Christie. Flag. Washington's outside. Gafford. It's off target.
You know, this overtime has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly fatigued.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Daniel Gafford.